Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a great week. Here in Newport Richey, Florida, we are getting ready for the Chasco Festival. And so I'm recording this on Wednesday, but this will be broadcasting on Thursday. So anyways, one of the things I want to talk about is the old saying that goes like this: when one door closes, three more open up. And what that's about is it's about the flow of the universe. And so oftentimes when things end, it can be drastic for us. And so I'm going to do a little bit of story for you, because that's how I learn, and I think all of the rest of us learn. We learn through our experiences, and hopefully the wind is not causing too much of an issue here on the video, but it is what it is. And so I just thought it'd be really pretty to go out and be outside. So to kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking at the waterfall, or the water fountain there here in Simmons Park. Anyways, I was just looking at my last 10 years of my life. So it's been 10 years since my mother transitioned in 2012. And we all thought going into 2012 there was going to be a change in the world and all this kind of stuff. Some people thought that it was going to be the end of the world. And what it is that things did change for me, at least. My mother, my support system, the one that I always felt like I could fall back on if I made a mistake, was gone, at least in the physical sense. And so what is really cool is that metaphorically is me getting kicked out of the nest, so to speak. And so I had to learn how to fly. And not that I wasn't flying before, but it's different when you don't have the safety net, so to speak. And so, the last 10 years of my life, I've had some ups and downs, and some things that made me cry and, be upset and disappointed. And then there's been also some major wins. And so one story I like to think about is I had moved into my place in Largo. It's this small little 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. It was a duplex. It was about 900 square feet, and it was the only place that would rent to me because I had a Rottweiler and an American White Shepherd, and no apartment complex was even going to touch that, because they were like, the Rottweiler especially is too much of a liability. And I kept on saying he's a really nice dog, and it didn't matter. And so, I finally found this place that was affordable, and I'd been there, but I got a job as a training supervisor for a company. And about on my 89th day, that company let me go. So, I could get it all the context of, whatever. It doesn't really matter. What was really kind of cool is about a week before that, my mother's best friend moved in. Another young man named Cody moved in. Somebody else had moved in, and they actually supported that house for about 3 months while I was looking for work. And so that was the end of 2013, going into 2014. And so, I have countless stories of where it seems like the worst is going to happen, and then it all just seems to work out, and the universe provides. And so if you really look back, I'm even thinking back to 2009, where my mother and I lost the property that my grandmother owned. And I said to my mom, I said, what's the worst that's going to happen? If we look back at even Neil Donald Walsh talks about the story about him being homeless. He ended up getting a tent and living in a park. So technically he still had shelter. So of course these are things that none of us want to have happen. We have people that we're responsible for, things we're responsible for, people that we care about, all that kind of stuff. But if you really look back, there's always been one door closes and three open up. And the three open up may not be what we're looking for. It may not be our dreams, except it is taking us down a path to fulfill those dreams. And every step of the way, we have decisions we have to make. And we have to look at our cross-purposing, and we have to look at our ideas of what we're, resistant to. And then we have to look at other things, that maybe, hey, this isn't working out. What is this like? And, we have to, that's why the principle I always say of that or better is something that's very important. And so when we say that or better. What are we saying? We're saying to God, the universe, we're saying that this is what I have on my mind and heart. However, you're going to show me the way. And so we have these 3 doors that are presented in front of us. And so sometimes what happens is we're paralyzed and afraid to go through any of the doors. And as my friend Reverend Sheila says, she says, sometimes the hallway is a bitch while you're going from one door into one of those 3 doors. And why it's a bitch is because we're sitting there trying to figure out what we're going to do instead of just taking action. Action is what makes the world actually create for us. And so action is what helps us move into a direction. And so through that direction, we will learn, we will grow, and we'll get more discernment and more wisdom. So look at your life and be blessed. Feel and know that you've been blessed. You've been blessed with opportunities. You've been blessed with things that are good for you to learn from. And, oftentimes we look for some kind of clarity of what to do, and we're paralyzed because we're unwilling to do something. And so take action, some kind of action, move forward, get out in the park, go walking. Walking is actually action. Today I decided to go have lunch and record something here in the park, which is probably a mistake because of all the wind, but it's still the message is coming from the heart. And so that's one of the things that you have to go out and do action. And so find that in yourself, because loving yourself enough to take time for you and create some kind of action and walk through one of those doors is going to create some pretty amazing things for you. And so if you ever need help with this, I am definitely available to work with all of you. And you can go to my website, thestorytellingalchemist.com, and book one of those 15-minute intro sessions. I call it an intake session, where we just basically introduce ourselves. I get to know where you're at and see where I can help you. So I guess that's about all I have to say. Also go to heartalchemyretreats.com. Check it out. That's going to be a retreat that Donna Campbell and I are doing in Belize. So I think that all of you guys will love it. We're going to do some amazing events, including going to see one of the Mayan ruins. So I think it'll be incredible. So much love, everybody, and hope everybody is having a blessed week and have a great week.